Hey, this is Evan from Octane Electrons. I'm going to check out the OLIGHT Oclip Ultra. So this is a really cool LED flashlight. Comes boxed really nice. Let's see if I can get this off here with one hand. Okay. So here we go. Comes packaged in foam. Get it out of the bag here. Really cool flashlight. So I wanted something in the garage. I almost always am using a headlight, like with a strap, and that's fine. They work well until the pivot on them wears out and they don't stay in place and all. And a lot of times I don't need it on my head. And I was looking around. I wanted a flashlight that I could just clip onto my shirt. And even sometimes camping, like clip onto my pocket or something. So I found this, and this is really cool. Has 3 different lights on it. It has a UV light, a small LED, and a large LED, all with different brightness settings. Little button right there that'll indicate charging. It's red when it's charging, green when it's charged. You can rotate that to select your different light to use, and then you can also hold it to change the brightness settings. We'll show that in a second. Aluminum case, really well machined. You can see their logo, OLIGHT, in it. Great clip with rubber pads, so it holds really well on your shirt or sweatshirt or whatever. Charge port is right here, USB-C. So that's awesome. And let's just see what else it comes with. We have little foam insert that comes out. You got a note in here that it's in lockout storage mode. So to unlock it, you have to hold for 2 seconds to get it turned on. Fully charge the battery before use. Tells you the charging indicators, red and green. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, and then in here we have user manual. And like I said, it's worth checking out. I already read through it, but it's worth checking out because it's got more settings than you'd think for changing the brightness and all. So definitely worth checking out. And then inside, like I said, we have the user manual, and then we have a USB-C charge cable inside there. Okay, I've already charged it up. Very simple. Use their included cable. Plug it into any phone type charger. Charges up just fine. Okay, so let's turn it on. So when it's off, just one button press will turn it on. One button press will turn it off. So I'll turn it on again. Now you can see the dial here will select which light settings. So there's all the way forward is the small LED. Straight up is the large LED. All the way back is the UV light. Okay, other cool thing is if you hold, you can cycle through brightness settings on each one. So I'm on the small LED, and you see I've got 3 brightness settings. Okay, now I'm going to go to the large LED, 3 brightness settings. Pretty cool. And then on the UV light, I don't think there's any setting. It's just on or off. You can hold, but it won't cycle through anything. So UV light's pretty cool. I don't have a direct use for it right now, but maybe to cure epoxy or something. But pretty cool feature on here. So, the way I'll probably use it the most is the large LED on. But the clip is pretty awesome. So let me see here. I'm going to clip it to the way I'll probably typically use it. So you can see this right here, clip to my shirt. Hopefully that showed okay. And then let me turn off the light here, and let me close my garage door. And we'll look at some of the actual light output of this thing. Should get relatively dark. It's kind of cloudy today. Okay, light off. I got some light in here, but it's fairly dark. There we go. So that's the high setting. And here, let me rotate between them. Low, medium, high, and again, that's on the big LED. We switch to the small LED. Low, medium, high, and then UV light. Pretty cool, right? Let me see, make sure I'm on high setting. Low, medium, high. Okay. So that's the way I would typically use it. And look at the throw from that from such a small light. pretty decent light output, and it had really killer battery life too. So look at that. I'm pretty impressed with that from such a small light. That's amazing. So right on. So I think this will work well. This I plan on replacing in the garage for my from using my headlights that I'm sick of, that are all worn out and won't stay in place, and just clipping this to my shirt because you can see the flood pattern from it. So like I said, I just have it clipped to my sweatshirt right here. But what is really killer is how big the flood pattern is. You can see from like here to the ground is getting full flood of light from it, which means I don't have to use the little spotlight on my headlamp. I can use this to just flood the whole area I'm working in, and then, you know, it moves with you. So pretty cool. I'm impressed. I think I'll be using this quite a bit. This again is the OLIGHT Oclip Ultra. And again, really cool product. Very simple to use. Turn it off. Once you get used to the control there. So again, rotator dial for the different lights. One press to turn on and off, and hold to cycle through brightness settings. And that's it. Works really well. Great light for camping or garage use, and I think I'll be getting a lot of life out of this. Really cool tool. Right on. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. See ya.